think, therefore I am. There is a belief that the mind is our greatest tool, that thought defines us, shapes us, creates us. We hold on to this belief as a lifeline, convinced that our very existence is tied to the thoughts we produce. We trust that because we can think, we must be alive. But this is a fragile truth. The mind does not make you who you are. It merely reflects what you have chosen to believe. You believe that by thinking you are confirming your existence. But the truth is darker. You are not your thoughts. They are the echoes of something deeper, something you cannot control. The thoughts you trust to define you are no more yours than the air you breathe. In truth, your thoughts are borrowed from a system, from experiences, from the voices of others that you may not even recognize. And as you think, you are locked in an illusion. The mind, this fragile thing, whispers to you. You are your thoughts. You control them. You are the master of your mind. But the truth is not so simple. It is not freedom. You are not the master. The mind is not your kingdom. It is a labyrinth. A maze with walls that grow higher, tighter, as you move deeper into it. Every thought you have is a wall. You move, but only to build more. Every time you believe you have solved a puzzle, you discover more pieces hidden in the dark corners of your mind, never fully understanding them, never fully escaping them. Every thought you have, every belief that passes through your mind, creates an illusion of control. You convince yourself that the mind is the ultimate master, that it guides your every move. But the mind is not your master. It is a cage you built yourself, brick by brick, thought by thought. You crafted these walls with memories, with ideas handed down from the world around you, with societal expectations, with the desires and expectations of those who came before you. What you think you know, what you think defines you, is just a reflection. It is a shadow of the past, an imprint left by forces beyond your control. The mind is a reflection, but it is not the source. The source is beyond thought, beyond the noise and static. It is a place you cannot easily reach. It is a place of silence, a place of stillness, a place of pure existence. But to reach it, you must first be willing to accept the uncomfortable truth. You are not your mind. The mind whispers truths, but only the ones it wants you to hear. It leads you to believe that your thoughts are absolute, that they define your identity. It tells you that what you think is what you are. But the truth is far more insidious. Your thoughts are a prison, a never-ending loop of conditioning and repetition. You think because you have been taught to think. You repeat the same thoughts day after day, as if they will lead you somewhere new, but they only bring you back to where you started. They trap you in a cycle, a feedback loop that you can never escape. The mind plays tricks on you. It tells you that you are in control, but all the while, you are being controlled. Your mind is not a sanctuary. It is not a temple where you are safe. It is a battlefield. You are both the prisoner and the executioner. You are the one locked in chains, but you are also the one who holds the key. The chains are your beliefs, your conditioning, your expectations of who you should be, of who others have told you to be. And yet you hold the key. But the question is, will you ever use it? You are not defined by your mind. You are beyond it. Yet you remain shackled by its illusions. The more you believe you control your thoughts, the tighter the chains grow. The more you try to dominate them, the more you lose yourself. It is in this struggle that the mind entraps you. It makes you fight for control. When, in reality, the only way out is to surrender. Surrender to the truth that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that watches the thoughts. There is a space beyond thought, a space where you exist without the need for validation, without the need for reasoning. It is a place where the mind cannot follow. It is a place where the mind has no power. The mind exists only because you give it power, because you feed it. It thrives on your attention, on your fears, on your desires. But when you take that power away, when you stop feeding it, the mind begins to wither. And in that silence, you will find the truth. The truth you fear is this: you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness beyond them. The thoughts are fleeting, like clouds in a sky, drifting by without leaving any mark on the vastness of the universe. The mind wants you to believe that it is the center of everything, that it is the ruler of your universe. But it is not. The universe is vast, and your mind is just a tiny speck within it. Every thought you experience is just a fleeting moment in the eternal flow of your existence. The mind is a tool, a reflection of the world you have created around you. But it is not who you are. You are the stillness beneath it all, the silence that exists beyond the chaos of thought. Your existence is not defined by what you think, but by the space between those thoughts, the moments of silence where the mind cannot intrude. You think, therefore you are. That is the lie we tell ourselves. You are, therefore you think. Thought is not your existence. It is simply a tool, a fleeting echo of a deeper truth. And when you realize this, you will understand that you are not bound by the mind. You are the awareness that watches it all. The mind is a tool, but you are the one who chooses how to use it. The mind will always try to pull you back into its grasp, to convince you that it is the truth. But the truth is far darker, far deeper. You are the stillness beyond the mind, the awareness that observes without judgment. When you realize this, when you fully understand that you are not your thoughts, you will finally be free. And in that freedom, you will find peace, not in the absence of thought, but in the awareness of thought. When you stop identifying with the noise, when you stop believing that you are the thoughts that pass through you, you will realize that you are the observer, not the thought itself. The mind will no longer control you. You will no longer be a prisoner of its illusions. You will be free